Hello, my name is Lori Jenkins, and I am the SUN Program Director. Today I'd like to share with you what SUN is, why it's necessary, and how it works. So let's get started. The goal of SUN is to provide immediate access to written scripture for the deaf illiterate, those that are deaf and blind, and so much more. So you're probably wondering, what does SUN stand for? Well, I'm so glad you asked. As with most of the programs here at Wycliffe Associates, SUN is actually an acronym. This means that each letter in the program's name stands for a certain word. The S in SUN stands for symbolic. SUN is a language written in symbols, and each symbol represents a word or a concept that is found in Scripture. U is for universal. The SUN language was designed in such a way that it can be understood by every culture and language. This means that no matter where in the world you are from, you can learn to read SUN in just a matter of days. N is for notation. Notation is simply a way of writing things in a picture form. In this case, we translated the New Testament into pictures for people who are illiterate in the national language. Another question you could be asking is, why is SUN necessary? Well, let's take a look at some numbers. It is estimated that there are around 70 million deaf people in the world today. We know that there are about 400 recognized sign languages. However, only about 20% of the deaf population have access to any form of education whatsoever. This means that there is an estimated 56 million deaf people who do not know their national sign language. So the question then comes, how do you provide scripture for these 56 million people? Well, that's where SUN comes in. Now, many of you are asking yourselves, how does it work? Let me walk you through an example. I'm going to show you a symbol, and I want you to figure out what object this symbol represents. What do you call this object in your language? Well, in English, we would call this object a cup. It doesn't matter what language you speak or what style of cup you use, we all have a concept of something that we hold in our hand that contains liquid. But there is another concept that is associated with a cup, and that is the action or what we do with that cup. We drink from the cup. So this one symbol could have two different meanings. It could represent the object, the cup, or it could represent drinking, the action. In the SUN language, there are around 80 core symbols. It takes about 5 days to learn these core symbols, but after you've learned them, you can start reading and understanding scripture immediately. We can then take these symbols and we can either combine them or alter them to create what are called extensions. An example of an extension would be to take the symbols for person and pen and combine them to form the concept of a writer or an author. For people who are both deaf and blind, we can print the symbols in 3D. However, it takes a very long time to do this, and we are trying to find an easier, faster way to teach these people and provide scripture for them. Now it's time for you to try it. I'm going to teach you to read Matthew chapter 5, verse 14a in SUN. I'm going to show you each symbol. See if you can guess what the symbol stands for. Then I'll show you the word or the concept that the symbol actually represents. Are you ready? What do you think this symbol means? This is the symbol for me. Do you see the resemblance of what your hand looks like when you point to yourself? So how about this one? If you guessed you, then you are correct. I know you've seen this one before. Do you remember what it is? That's right. It's a person. So if you put a person and a person together, what do you get? People. Very good. This one is a bit more abstract. It actually means world. This is actually a Chinese symbol. It means eye, as in the eye that you see with. Here is something that you see during the day. Can you guess what it is? It's the sun. When the sun shines, it gives you light so that you can see. We just learned this symbol, but if you look very carefully, you'll see that something is a bit different about it. Do you see the solid dot in the top right-hand corner? This dot shows possession. That means that for this symbol, something belongs to the world. Punctuation is important in any language. This is a period or a full stop. Are you ready to read your first verse of scripture in Sun? Here it is. You are the world's light. Good job! See, that wasn't as hard as you thought. Thank you so much for taking the time to learn about Sun. If you have any questions or would like more information about the program, you can either send an email to sun_assistance@wycliffeassociates.org, or you can go to our website, bibleineverylanguage.org. When you get on the website, go to Processes up at the top, then click on Sun, and it will take you to the Sun page. Hope to hear from you soon. Have a great day.